All right, guys, Napoleon Nectar here. You see the title of the video, so let's lock in and listen. Now, the American obesity stats are here, and they do not lie. Guys, America is cooked. And there's only one way I see us solving this. And even with the peptides, even with the GLP-1s, even with the body game trends coming out, even with clavicular and looks maxing, we are still getting fatter as a society. So these influencers are not working. The drugs are not working, so there's only one thing we can do. We have to put men who are 20% body fat in concentration camps. Guys, 20% body fat is not even that low. I'm about 10 to 12% body fat right now. I would say 15% body fat is probably the optimal range for most average guys, but 20% body fat is just horrendous, guys. Can we at least get to 20% body fat? Can we at least do that? If you are above 20% body fat as a man, you need to go to the concentration camps. You need to be fed nothing but chicken and asparagus until you shave that weight off. And I'm not talking about the scary concentration camps from World War II. I'm talking about just being set apart from community, being in like your own ghetto, just being fed nothing but chicken, broccoli, rice, lean meats, and you just stay there and work until you shed off all the weight. And when you are 20% body fat, then you can be released back into the world. Because this right here is where we are right now. And I'd say this is unacceptable. Check this out. 20% of children are obese. Now, like JFK said, there's really nothing sadder than a chubby, soft-looking child. A child who's had his childhood robbed from him. When I was a kid, I used to run around with my brother. We would go outside, ride our bikes, shoot Nerf guns at each other. We were active children. And to think that kids these days are obese and they are struggling to play soccer, they're struggling to play their sports, they're struggling to keep up with their friends, that is just sad. You are robbing children of their childhoods. And that right there, this statistic is child abuse right here. What I see right here when I read this is, okay, 20% of children are being abused by their parents. That's what this statistic reads right here. Because there's nothing sadder than a child that looks like a soft gummy bear. It's pathetic, it's sad, it shouldn't exist, right? Lower income people are more affected. Now, I know people overseas are like, wait, what? Lower income people are fatter? Yes, welcome to America. Even the poor people are fat. It's crazy, especially the poor people are fat. And there's a lot of coping and seeding about why that is, but let's just be honest. A lot of poor people here don't work and they get their food stamps and they go out and get Pop-Tarts, Ben & Jerry's, all the goofy SNAP benefit stuff, that's what they get. And lower income people are more affected by obesity. It's just a fact. It's a fact in America. Right here, 3 out of 4 Americans are overweight. Yep, yeah. When you go outside, it's just big bellies everywhere. Dude, I was at the grocery store today and I saw the man with the most interesting build. Like he had like skinny arms, skinny legs, but he had like a wide torso and he had like a huge gut right here. And I was like, oh my goodness, what is that? Like I've never seen that build before. Skinny arms, skinny legs, big torso build. I guess you get that from alcoholism, but I wanted to walk up to him and be like, dude, you need help? Do you need me to help you carry your belly to your car? Because it looked like his belly was leading him around. Like his belly was out here and it was just kind of like, you know, leading him around like a dog on a leash. That's what it looked like. It was ridiculous. I was like, how do you achieve that build? I think it's through alcoholism, but I don't really know. But yeah, and we got some fast food statistics too, because of course, 32% of Americans eat fast food on any given day. It's probably worse than that, let's just be honest. People at my job, they will walk into the building with a soda and a McDonald's bag. I'm like, it is 9 o'clock. How are you drinking soda at 9 o'clock in the morning? How are you eating McDonald's at 9 o'clock in the morning? And then, you know, they go out for lunch, they come back like Taco Bell or Chick-fil-A. I'm like, I can't even comprehend it. It's just terrible. Even when I was an A+ student at Big Back University, I still try to drink water. I still try to eat grapes every now and then, but people here are just cooked. And they smoke cigarettes too, so they are not even cooked. They are deep fried. All right. And there's the last statistic right here. More than half of the calories eaten from Americans I should have said daily, but more than half of the daily calories eaten from Americans come from ultra-processed foods. Guys, how much longer do I have to repeat myself? Leave the goofy man-made food alone. Don't eat the Pop-Tarts. Don't eat the Ben & Jerry's. Don't eat the chips. Don't eat the Rice Krispies. Eat the food that God put on this earth for us. Fruits, vegetables, meats, fish, all that wonderful stuff. It's good food. It's tasty food. It will fill you up. It'll satiate you, and your body will thank you. Ultra-processed foods should rarely be eaten. I've eaten ultra-processed foods one time, and that was me eating Pop-Tarts on a stream, which you can check out. I did that yesterday. But yeah, these are the stats right here, and like I said, it's not getting any better for us. So if I was mayor, if I was the president, let's just say I was like the mayor of New York, what would I do? The first order I would have is to build a concentration camp for fat people. I'm not joking. This is an epidemic. Michelle Obama couldn't solve it. RFK Jr., love him, he couldn't solve it. But me, Napoleon Nectar, leave it to me. Leave it to me. My predecessors may have failed, but I will not fail. I will become a fascist dictator if it means reversing this. If I become a dictator and I put all the fat people in concentration camps and I turn obese and I get these statistics way down, I will take all the arrows. I will be written in history as the bad guy, but at least I saved my country and my community by reversing this, because whatever this is not sustainable. America has a lot of problems, and this is one of the biggest ones. If you have people running around who are fat and obese, they're not running around as their best selves. And we wonder why Americans nowadays need so much medication. We wonder why healthcare is so expensive, and we wonder why everyone is just depressed. And I'm not saying that this is 100% the reason, but I'm saying this is a big reason why. So, like I said, if I was the fascist dictator of Maryland or America, I would build concentration camps. Any man over 20% body fat in that camp, women over 35% body fat thrown in that camp, they will work there until, and when I say work, I don't know, maybe they'll do like physical labor or stuff. They'll like build chairs for schools or tables for schools or something like that. They will work there, they will get paid. They will get paid for their time there. This isn't slave work, but they will work there, right? And be fed nothing but chicken breast, broccoli, rice, all that kind of good stuff. Fruits, vegetables, all the man-made food, right? Fish, all that good stuff. And they will work there until they are 20% body fat. When the men can see their abs, that's when they can leave, right? That's when they can leave. And they will not be abused or molested or messed with, but they will stay there and be separated from the lean, beautiful people until they are fit for society. And when I say fit for society, I mean in shape. I mean good looking, right? And that's what I will do, because this right here is unacceptable. 20% of children are obese. How can you sleep at night knowing that? And I see them at Walmart running around with their Kool-Aid and the chips. These statistics about the fast foods, more than half of the daily calories come from ultra-processed foods. That's just terrible. After you eat that stuff, you just feel like garbage. I was eating Pop-Tarts on my stream yesterday. Like I said, check out my stream strictly for my soldiers. And I felt like garbage after eating those Pop-Tarts. I was not happy. It felt good. I had the dopamine hit, and it felt good for the first 2 minutes I was eating it. But then like 5 minutes later, I was like, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that. My stomach feels terrible. I'm terrified. Yeah, all this food is just messing up your digestive system. You sit on the toilet for 20 minutes thinking that that's normal, and you're gassy, you're bloated all the time. I don't spend any longer than 2 minutes on the toilet, but let's not go there. But like I said, my digestive system is clean because I eat the good, healthy foods. But we have to do something about obesity, and clearly the peptides aren't working. Clearly the looks maxing, clearly the body gain, clearly the GLP-1s is not doing enough. Guys, this is the final solution. Concentration camps for obese people. Come on, Congress. You know this is the way. You know this is the golden path you must go down. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Peace.